All right, so this is going to be on how to draw the two parts. So if you're in my second period class, I drew these two parts. I drew the front and the front plane and the side and the right plane, so they came out oriented correctly. If you're in my first period class, we did them both in the front plane because I forgot about orienting it. But that's no big deal. When we put it into the assembly, we just kind of reoriented it at that point. But it's a little easier if you can remember to do it in the right side view. Okay, so we'll go back to the first sketch and remind you how to do this. So we drew this line a quarter of an inch, and then an eighth of an inch, a quarter of an inch, and an eighth of an inch. Okay, so it looks like this: 0.25, 0.125, 0.25, 0.125. And then once we got that, we did a linear pattern. And the linear pattern was in the right-left direction. We just did it one time. I think the default is 3, so you have to change it to 1. And then up and down, the linear pattern is 8 times. You got to click the arrow so it's pointing down 8 times. And the distance is 0.5. And that will give you 4-inch. You should then dimension from here to here, and it should be 4 inches. You're going to have a line out here, which we'll get rid of later. But there'll be another line out here. Then you put in a line. If in second period we aligned this whole box up to the origin, first period we didn't. So in any case, since the whole thing is 6 inches, it has to be 3 inches from here to here. So you can dimension that if you don't have the origin at the center. Second period, we had the origin at the center. We can just draw it. Or if you have a 6-inch line from here to here, you could draw a line from the midpoint. That works also. Turn it into a construction line. Then you use your mirror. You pick this line for your mirror line, and then you select all these parts, and boom. I'm not going to do it because I've already done it. You'll get this side. Then you just complete. If you need a line on the top, you put it. If you need on the line on the bottom, and as long as it's 6 inches by 4 inches, then you're good to go. You just check mark and you extrude it. I've already extruded it. That region to an eighth of an inch, 0.125. Okay, so that gives you the front part. The what we did, we went back into sketch 1 and we drew a box around here, and we right-clicked, said copy sketch entities. We're not going to change anything here. We just copied those. Then we open this another sketch. If you're just starting with me, if you've already started this and you're in the front plane, that's fine. But it's really actually a little easier later on if you choose the right plane. I'll just create another piece. I'll do it over here. You right-click. See, I'm in sketch 3 now. I've already done this in sketch 2. We're going to do it again. And I'm going to paste what I already have. So there it is. Okay. Can I move this? Oh, I'm out of the sketch for some reason. That wasn't sketch 3. Let's do sketch 4. There we go. So I don't know why I got out of the sketch. See, I can't move it. So let's don't do that. So this is the front. I'm going to hide this so it doesn't confuse me. All right. So here's the thing. The front is a 1/4 inch off the side. So notice that this has a tab on the bottom, and this is what I'm doing over here. Whereas this doesn't have a tab on it. This tab needs to be the bottom. So I'm going to erase that. And I'm going to add one on the top. So I got to start here. I got to go like this. And I got to go like that. Zoom in on it. This is 0.25. All the tabs and all the openings are 0.25, a 1/4 inch. And the wood comes in from the perpendicular surface, in this case the front surface. It's going to be 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. So this looks just like all the others, but there's no top to it because the top's going to go this way and connect to the other side. So if I've done this correctly, it still should be 4 inches from top to bottom. This is now the bottom, and it is. You just say hallelujah, praise the Lord when that happens. Now, our side is only 3 inches wide, so our mirror line needs to be 1.5 inches. So you put a, we don't have a point to snap to, so we're just going to put a line in there. Now, I've had in the past these lines come out not vertical, or somehow they become not vertical. So I'm going to force that thing to stay vertical. And then I'm going to turn it into a construction line. And now that has to be 1.5 inches from the outside edge. So that when I mirror it, it'll become 3 inches. And then we mirror. Check system compatibility. Forget that. Select mirror line. Select entities to be mirrored. We want all of them. I don't really want that point down there. And there it is. It did the point anyway. Oh, that must be part of the original pattern I did. That doesn't matter. Okay, so we're good. Now we just put lines at the top and the bottom. Bingo, we have a region. And it is 4 tall. And it should be 3 wide. Life is good in the neighborhood. Notice it's gray. It has to be 3 because this is 1.5, and 2 times 1.5 is 3. And then you're done with that. Right click, escape, check mark, extrude that. Everything extruded 0.125, 1/8 of an inch. It's the magic number. So now I have 2 of those. I don't really need 2 because we can use the same one twice in the assembly. Okay, so that's how you do the parts.